In the second week of February, something extraordinary is brewing in the cosmos, an event that goes beyond just lighting up the sky. The full moon is about to shine a spotlight on your deepest self. But this isn't just any full moon. What if I told you that this moon holds an energy so intense, it has the power to shift your life in ways you never imagined? Once you grasp the true depth of its impact, there will be no going back. Your reality will be forever transformed. The universe is calling you to step into the light and face something within you, something you've unknowingly carried for far too long. While the moon's glow might seem straightforward, its true magic lies beneath the surface. This full moon is not just a celestial show. It's a cosmic invitation to recalibrate your emotions, your mind, and your spirit. As the light intensifies, so does the clarity it brings, helping you unearth what's been buried deep inside. It's time to face unresolved emotions, hidden fears, and the doubts that have held you back from stepping fully into your power. This week isn't about simply gazing at the moon. It's about uncovering your untapped potential. This is your final opportunity to harness an energy so powerful that it will rewrite the script of your life. The transformation you've been waiting for. It starts right now. So, while you bask in the glow of this cosmic event, ask yourself, what do you need to let go of? What shadows are you running from? Are you truly ready to welcome the new version of yourself that is waiting to emerge? If you are ready, leave a comment and say, I am ready for change. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on our channel, Infinite Cosmic Portal, and ring the bell to help us share the video with 1,000 subscribers. This moment is your turning point, your chance to change your life once and for all. Let's start with the full moon's light. In the second week, as we move deeper into the second week of February, you may begin to feel something different, a subtle undercurrent pulling at your attention. At first, this week may seem like just another transition, caught between the excitement of the new year and the slow return to reality. But what if I told you this week isn't like any other? This full moon is about to reveal something extraordinary, something hidden beneath the surface of your life, waiting to be uncovered. It's as if the moon is shining a spotlight on parts of you, emotions, thoughts, or situations that have remained in the shadows for far too long. Think about it for a second. February is always a time for fresh starts. We make resolutions, set goals, and begin a new chapter. But what if I told you the energy of last year, 2024, isn't quite finished with us yet? There's unfinished business still lingering, quietly influencing your present. The full moon is here to lift the veil, bringing to light the unresolved feelings, old patterns, and lingering fears that you may not even realize are still affecting you. The energies from last year haven't disappeared, and this full moon will bring them to the surface, giving you a chance to finally acknowledge and release them. It's a powerful moment to make space for what's to come, so you can move forward with clarity and freedom. Here's where the real magic comes in, the kind of magic that's easy to overlook. Beneath your daily routine, there are hidden aspects of your life, your relationships, and even yourself that you might not even be aware of. The full moon is about to reveal these hidden gems. Maybe it's an emotion you've buried because confronting it felt too painful, or perhaps an unspoken truth that's been simmering beneath the surface, waiting for its moment to be exposed. Or maybe there's an opportunity, something valuable you've missed until now, that's finally making its presence known. This week is about uncovering that hidden magic that's been waiting patiently for your attention. Take a moment to ask yourself, what's been hiding beneath the surface in your life? What emotions, thoughts, or situations have you been avoiding or ignoring? This full moon is your invitation to face those hidden aspects of yourself. It's not about dwelling on the past with regret. It's about seeing things with clarity, even if the truth feels uncomfortable at first. So, what are you ready to confront now that the light is shining on it? Think about it. Are there lingering feelings from last year that are still quietly shaping your present? Maybe there's something from 2024 that you thought you'd moved on from, but now the full moon is gently nudging you to address it. Is there a decision you've been putting off, a chapter that hasn't closed, or even a part of yourself you've neglected? What needs to be brought to light so that you can step into the future with a sense of freedom and renewal? The magic here isn't always dramatic. It's found in the quiet revelations, the small, subtle insights that suddenly click into place. The full moon is urging you to pause, reflect, and see things you might have missed before. Take a deeper look at those areas of your life that seemed insignificant or unimportant. You'll soon realize they've been quietly calling for your attention. This is the week to finally bring them to the surface and make peace with what no longer serves you. This process may feel uncomfortable, and that's okay. It's not about self-judgment. It's about understanding, clearing away the old and making room for the new. This full moon is more than just a celestial event. It's a cosmic invitation to explore, discover, and transform. So ask yourself, what's hiding in the shadows of your life, waiting to be revealed? What hidden magic is waiting for you to notice? By the end of this week, you'll realize this is more than just another full moon. It's your chance to unlock hidden doors, walk through them with clarity, and start a new chapter with a sense of purpose. Allow this lunar energy to guide you. Let it illuminate the darkness, help you release the past, and open the door to the transformation that's waiting for you. As we enter the second week of February, you may start to feel something unusual, an almost invisible shift beneath the surface. It's that quiet, in-between space. The energy of a new year still fresh, but the weight of last year's lingering shadows quietly tugging at your thoughts. You might not notice it immediately, but if you stop for a moment and really tune in, you'll realize the energy of 2024 hasn't fully left. It doesn't just vanish the second the clock strikes midnight. No, those lessons, unresolved emotions, and lingering fears from last year are still with us, quietly shaping our present without us even realizing it. Enter the full moon in February, a cosmic moment that doesn't just illuminate the world around us. It shines a light on everything hidden in the dark corners of our lives. The things we've swept under the rug or chosen to ignore. Have you ever felt like something from last year is still quietly haunting you? An old regret, a fear you thought you'd overcome, or an emotion you tried to bury? The full moon is here to expose those hidden parts, pulling them into the light and asking you to face them, whether you're ready or not. This cosmic event is going to bring those unresolved pieces into your awareness and challenge you to confront them head-on. The truth is, the energy of 2024 isn't just gone. It's still hanging around, and that's perfectly okay. Life cycles don't work in neat, tidy packages. Some things take longer to resolve. Maybe you're still nursing an emotional wound, or there's a decision you've been avoiding. The full moon acts as a cosmic wake-up call, urging you to finally face those unfinished business items so that you can truly move forward. So, how do you let go of the shadows trailing from last year? How do you release the emotional baggage you've unknowingly been carrying? The first step is simple but powerful. Acknowledge what's still there. Recognizing what you're holding on to is the key to releasing it. The full moon offers the perfect opportunity to let go of the emotional weight that's been weighing you down, whether it's old grudges, unspoken words, or missed chances. Now is the time to free yourself. One of the best ways to start this release is through journaling. Find a quiet moment, grab a pen, and let your thoughts spill onto the page. Write about the things from last year that are still with you. What emotions are you still carrying around? What events from 2024 are you still attached to? Let it all pour out without judgment. Writing is a deeply cathartic way to face what's been buried inside you, allowing it to surface so you can deal with it. If journaling isn't your style, meditation can be just as powerful. Find a peaceful space. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. As you inhale, imagine releasing the weight of the past with every breath. Visualize those old emotions dissolving with each exhale. Gradually, you'll feel lighter, freer, and more grounded in the present moment. For those who prefer a more symbolic act, the full moon offers an opportunity for ritual. Write down the things you wish to release, whether it's regret, anger, or fear, on a piece of paper. Then safely burn it. Watch those words turn to ash, representing the act of letting go and making space for the new. Alternatively, bury the paper in the earth as a symbol of transformation, where it will be reabsorbed and renewed. The key to all of this is intention. Whether you choose journaling, meditation, or ritual, the goal is the same: to consciously let go of the past and make space for the future. The full moon is not just a time for acknowledging what's been. It's an invitation to actively release what no longer serves you. It's time to step forward into the future without the weight of yesterday holding you back. Now take a moment to reflect. What emotional baggage from last year are you still carrying around? What unresolved feelings are quietly influencing your actions? What regrets, fears, or wounds need to be faced? This week is your chance to confront those shadows. The full moon is offering you a rare opportunity to gain clarity about what's been left unfinished and make a conscious decision to let it go. Think of this as a deep cleansing. Just as you clean your physical space to create room for the new, it's time to cleanse your emotional and spiritual space. Let the full moon guide you in this process, helping you shed the weight that's been holding you back. This isn't about ignoring the past or pretending everything's fine. It's about acknowledging what was, learning from it, and then releasing it with gratitude and understanding. The full moon will reveal what's hidden in the shadows, but the choice to face it is yours. This is your invitation to do the work, to acknowledge, to release, and to step into the future with clarity and purpose. So, what will you choose to release under this full moon's gaze? What are you willing to let go of in order to make space for the new? This is your moment to cleanse, to confront, and to transform. Your next chapter starts now, but only when you choose to release the past. The power of quiet dreams, intuition, and gut feelings. As the full moon rises in the second week of February, a subtle, almost magical energy begins to stir around us. It's not the kind of energy that demands loud, attention-grabbing moments or dramatic shifts. Instead, it's a quiet kind of transformation, almost as if the world itself is holding its breath before a massive change. The magic lies in this stillness. In a world that's constantly moving, we often overlook the profound power of silence. Yet this full moon is inviting us to embrace that quiet, to listen closely to the whispers of the universe that could unlock some of the most powerful insights of our lives. This week, your dreams, gut feelings, and intuition are more in tune with the cosmic rhythm than usual. These subtle energies are amplified, heightened, and more urgent. The full moon acts like a cosmic magnifying glass, sharpening our inner senses and making it easier for us to hear the whispers that have been waiting to be noticed. The world around you may seem to slow down, but within you, a shift is taking place. It's as if the universe is giving you a chance to tune in to those fleeting moments of clarity, those gut feelings, and those insights that often get lost in the noise of daily life. The universe doesn't always shout at us. Often, it speaks in whispers. And it's these quiet whispers that hold the key to guiding you toward your next steps. Have you noticed how your dreams might feel more vivid or even more meaningful right now? They could be filled with powerful symbols, messages, or recurring themes that are trying to communicate with you. Dreams are one of the universe's most subtle ways of connecting with us. When our conscious mind rests and our subconscious is free to speak. This week, your dreams might be offering glimpses into what's coming, or they could be bringing up unresolved emotions that need to be addressed. Pay attention to the symbols, the faces, the situations that seem to appear again and again in your dreams. These aren't coincidences. They're part of the universe's conversation with you. The full moon's light is making it easier to see what's been buried in your subconscious, bringing hidden truths to the surface. But it's not just your dreams that hold messages for you. Your gut feelings and intuition are also playing a starring role this week. Have you ever experienced that sudden knowing, that feeling of, I just know, even when there's no logical explanation? That's your inner wisdom speaking to you, and during this full moon, those intuitive nudges become sharper, clearer, and more powerful. You might feel a pull toward a specific decision, an insight into your relationships, or even a revelation about your life's path. These gut feelings are not random. They're guiding you, directing you toward the alignment and clarity you've been searching for. The more you listen, the more the path ahead will reveal itself. The full moon's energy invites you to pause and quiet the noise around you. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to dismiss these intuitive nudges as just random thoughts, or to ignore the wisdom of your dreams. But this week, these quiet whispers hold significance. They are not fleeting or insignificant. They are the universe's way of gently steering you in the right direction. Trust that these subtle nudges are leading you toward greater clarity and that the answers you've been looking for are already inside you, waiting to be discovered. Take a moment to reflect. What intuitive hunches or gut feelings have been coming to you recently? Is there a deep sense of knowing that has been quietly growing within you, or a pull toward a new direction that you can't quite explain? What if these feelings aren't random at all, but part of a larger cosmic plan meant to guide you toward your true desires? How can you start trusting these inner whispers more fully? This full moon is all about trusting your own inner wisdom. It's about tuning into your dreams, gut feelings, and intuitive insights, even when they don't make sense on the surface. It's a time to pause, reflect, and listen more deeply to what the universe is trying to tell you. The full moon is lighting up the path within you, showing you the way forward. The more you trust your inner voice, the more aligned you'll become with the flow of the universe. And when you're in flow, that's when the real magic begins. So take a moment today to connect with your inner wisdom. Sit quietly and ask yourself, what's been stirring inside me lately? What are the gut feelings I've been brushing aside or ignoring? How can I start to trust these whispers from the universe? Know that as you tune into this inner guidance, the full moon is shining its quiet light on the path ahead. Your intuition is trying to tell you something important, and this week, it's time to listen. As the full moon rises this week, you might notice something unexpected. The energy feels unusually quiet. It's not the kind of change that comes with loud, dramatic shifts. Instead, there's a stillness in the air, a pause before the true transformation begins. This moment of calm is not something to fear or overlook. It's where the magic happens. In a world that thrives on constant noise and action, this quiet space offers something extraordinary. It's here, in the stillness, that we can connect with a deeper part of ourselves, a place where true transformation begins. This tranquil energy opens the door for subtle forces to come into sharper focus, forces like dreams, gut feelings, and intuition. Normally we rush through life too busy to notice these small but powerful signals, but during this full moon, it's as if the universe turns up the volume on our inner senses. Our intuition becomes clearer, our gut feelings stronger, and our dreams more vivid. It's as if the world slows down just enough for us to hear the universe's whispers, the messages that are always there but often go unnoticed in our hectic lives. Have you noticed your dreams becoming more intense or meaningful lately? This week, the full moon has the power to pull your unconscious mind into the light, revealing hidden messages that could offer profound insights. Have you ever woken from a dream and thought, "That felt so real, but what does it mean?" Pay close attention to the symbols, people, or situations that repeat in your dreams. They're not random. They're messages from the universe, clues guiding you towards something significant. The full moon's light is inviting you to explore the meaning behind these dreams, connecting the dots between your waking life and what's unfolding in your subconscious. But it's not just your dreams that hold answers. Your gut feelings are likely to be stronger than usual this week. You know those moments when you just know something, even when there's no logical explanation. That's your intuition at work. And under the full moon, it's more powerful than ever. You might feel an undeniable pull toward a decision or an instinctive sense that something just isn't right. These feelings aren't random. They're the universe communicating with you. Trust these gut feelings. They're guiding you in the right direction, helping you align with your true path. The full moon offers us the perfect opportunity to tune into these subtle signals, to pause and listen to the whispers of our inner wisdom. But here's the catch. You have to slow down. In the noise of daily life, we often dismiss these messages thinking they're insignificant or unimportant. But the full moon is asking you to step back, breathe, and listen more closely. If you've been feeling uncertain about a decision or direction, the answers are likely already within you, just waiting to be uncovered in those quiet moments. Your dreams and intuition aren't coincidences. They're sacred messages that can lead you to the clarity you've been seeking. Take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. What gut feelings have you been having recently? Maybe there's an intuitive hunch that you can't shake, a sense of knowing that keeps growing stronger. How can you start trusting these subtle messages from within? Are you allowing yourself to listen, or have you been brushing them aside in favor of logic or outside opinions? This week, the full moon is urging you to tune in, to trust the wisdom that's already inside you, and to let go of any doubt that's holding you back. It's in these quiet moments, whether in your dreams or through a gut feeling, that the universe speaks most clearly. The full moon isn't just illuminating the sky. It's lighting up the path within you, showing you where to go next. Your intuition is your guide. Your dreams are your roadmap. And together, they can lead you toward greater alignment with your purpose. The magic of this week lies in the subtle and the quiet, the things we often overlook, but hold the most power. If you're willing to listen, they will reveal the way forward. So, I ask you now, what messages have you been receiving this week? What dreams, feelings, or intuitive hunches have you brushed off, but now feel worth paying attention to? How can you embrace this stillness and trust the whispers from within? The full moon invites you to honor your intuition, listen to your dreams, and embrace the quiet moments where the deepest shifts occur. This is your chance to align with the powerful energy of the universe. Don't let it pass you by. The Mars and the Moon dance, aligning intuition with action. As we dive deeper into the second week of February, something truly extraordinary is happening in the cosmos. On February 6th, the full moon aligns with Mars in a powerful celestial conjunction. That's far more than just an astronomical event. It's an invitation to harmonize two seemingly opposite forces: the moon's introspective, emotional energy, and Mars's fiery, action-driven drive. The moon encourages us to slow down, to turn inward, and to connect with our emotions. It calls us to listen to our inner wisdom and honor the quiet clarity that arises from deep within. But then, here comes Mars, demanding we act. It pushes us to step out of our comfort zones and take bold, decisive steps forward. When these two celestial giants unite, it's like a cosmic call to blend our emotional intelligence with inspired action. This is the perfect time to trust your feelings and let them fuel you as you move forward. It's about transforming your inner wisdom into bold steps toward the life you truly desire. How many times have you felt torn between trusting your intuition and actually taking action? It's as if you know exactly what to do, but you hesitate, waiting for the perfect moment. Well, this alignment of Mars and the Moon is urging you to stop waiting for that moment of absolute certainty. You don't need all the answers to move forward. The full moon is inviting you to trust the wisdom that already resides within you and take that leap, even if it feels scary. The time for second guessing is over. The universe is telling you that your intuition is already lighting the way. Now it's time to act on it. Think about the areas in your life where you've been holding back. Is there a decision you've been postponing? Or perhaps a bold new path you've been too afraid to walk? This is your cosmic green light to move forward, even if it feels intimidating. Mars and the Moon are not urging reckless action. They're asking you to harmonize your emotions with your actions. When you listen to your gut, when you trust that inner voice, you unlock a power that propels you into the next phase of your journey. Now reflect for a moment. When have you acted on pure instinct or emotion? Often, those moments lead to incredible growth, even if the results weren't immediately clear. But what about the times you held back, weighed down by doubt or fear? The Mars-Moon alignment offers the perfect opportunity to merge emotional wisdom with courageous action. This isn't about charging forward blindly. It's about knowing when to trust your intuition and when to take purposeful action, even if that means starting small. So I want you to think about where you've been holding back in your life. What's that thing you've been putting off? Whether it's a tough conversation, a career shift, or an important decision for your future. How can you use your intuition to guide you toward action? This week, ask yourself, what's been holding me back? And how can I take the first step, even if it's imperfect? The cosmic energy of this full moon and Mars alignment is pushing you to trust yourself and move forward with confidence. The universe is calling on you to be brave, to trust your gut, and act with purpose. This alignment is more than just a cosmic event. It's your chance to shift from dreaming to doing. It's about taking the thoughts and desires that have been swirling inside you and transforming them into meaningful action. Let your emotional clarity fuel the change you seek. Trust in your inner wisdom. Listen to the gentle guidance of the moon, and then propel yourself with Mars's fiery determination. This is not the time to wait for the perfect moment to appear. It's the moment to act. So, I ask you, what could unfold in your life if you stopped holding back and started trusting both your heart and your instincts? What small action can you take this week that will align with your deeper desires? Mars and the Moon are here to guide you, urging you to move forward with confidence. Trust that each step you take is part of a larger cosmic plan. So take that leap, let your intuition guide you, and watch as the universe unfolds in ways you've only dreamed of. The second week, a bridge to greater clarity. As we move into the second week of February, you may find yourself in a bit of a limbo space, a place where the initial excitement of the New Year's resolutions has started to fade. But you're not quite settled into the rhythm of the year ahead. It can feel like you're caught between two worlds, still reflecting on the past, yet not fully embracing the future. This week, however, might just be more significant than it appears. It's easy to see this as a pause, but in truth, it's an incredibly powerful and transformative time for reflection, recalibration, and preparation. Think of this week as a bridge that connects the burst of new energy we felt at the start of the year with the more grounded, practical steps we'll need to take as we move forward. It's the quiet before the momentum picks up, the moment where you can catch your breath, check in with yourself, and realign your goals and intentions for the year ahead. And speaking of energy, let's talk about the full moon this week. Full moons are often seen as a time of illumination and revelation. They shine a light on what's hidden, offering us powerful clarity. But here's the thing. While this full moon might feel like it's about looking back, it's just as much about looking forward. What do you need to release in order to fully step into everything that 2025 has in store for you? Think about any lingering old habits, unaddressed emotional baggage, or unfinished business that you might be carrying with you. Is there anything weighing you down, whether it's a past relationship, a limiting belief, or something physical in your environment that's no longer serving you? This week offers the perfect opportunity to release that weight. This is your moment to clear the way so you can move forward with clarity, purpose, and focus. Now, you might be thinking, I'm not ready for massive change just yet, and that's perfectly okay. This week isn't about sweeping, dramatic shifts. It's about the small, intentional actions that set the stage for bigger changes to come. It's about those tiny, almost imperceptible adjustments that over time will lead to significant transformation. Whether it's revisiting your goals to make sure they align with your deeper desires, creating space for new opportunities, or setting healthier boundaries to protect your peace, it's these small actions that will build a solid foundation for everything you want to accomplish this year. Take a moment to ask yourself, are your goals still in alignment with your truest desires? If not, don't worry, you're not alone. The full moon energy is all about recalibration. If you feel like your initial goals no longer reflect where you're at or where you want to go, that's a sign it might be time to adjust. Maybe it's time to break those big dreams into smaller, manageable steps that will help you stay on track without feeling overwhelmed. Reassessing your intentions doesn't mean you're giving up on your dreams. It just means you're setting yourself up for success in a way that feels achievable and sustainable. Another key focus this week is creating space, both physically and emotionally. Is your environment supporting your growth, or is it holding on to stagnant energy? Whether it's your home, your workspace, or even your schedule, clearing out the old can create room for the new. When you clear clutter from your physical space, you make room for fresh energy to flow. But this isn't just about decluttering your surroundings. It's about clearing your mental and emotional space as well. Are there thoughts or habits you've been holding on to that no longer serve you? This is the perfect time to let them go and make room for a renewed sense of purpose. One area that often gets overlooked is boundaries. How often do you find yourself overextending your time, your energy, or your resources for others, only to feel depleted in the process? If you've been giving too much of yourself without replenishing your own energy, it's time to take a hard look at your boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries isn't selfish. It's necessary for your own well-being and growth. Boundaries help preserve your energy so you can show up fully for yourself and for others, without burning out. So, as we enter the second week of February, don't feel like you have to make huge, grand gestures or dramatic changes. This week is about laying the groundwork for everything that's to come. It's about those small, incremental shifts, whether it's reworking your goals, clearing physical or emotional clutter, or setting healthier boundaries that will make the biggest impact in the long run. These small adjustments will compound over time, creating momentum and setting you on the path to transformation. By the end of this week, you'll be in a much better position to move forward with clarity and intention. You'll be more aligned with the energy of 2025, ready to take on whatever comes your way. So take a moment to ask yourself, what small adjustments can you make today? Whether it's revisiting your goals, clearing your space, or setting new boundaries that will help you move toward a more focused, purposeful year. Remember, the second week of February might feel like a quiet pause, but it's actually a pivotal time for alignment and preparation. The shifts you make now, no matter how small they seem, will ripple out and shape the direction of your year. So let's use this time wisely to recalibrate, reflect, and set ourselves up for success in the months ahead. On February 6th, we experienced a powerful moment in the sky. Mars in opposition to the Sun. When Mars and the Sun align in this way, it creates a surge of heightened tension and energy that demands our attention. Mars, the planet of action, ambition, and assertion, in opposition to the Sun, is like a cosmic call to action. It's a moment where we feel an intense push to confront the things we've been avoiding, whether it's an unresolved conflict, a difficult decision, or a fear we've been dancing around. The energy of Mars during this time is powerful, and it's urging us to act with courage and conviction. This cosmic opposition doesn't just show up externally. It ignites something deep within us. As the tension between Mars and the Sun amplifies, we may start to feel an internal shift, a rising urgency to tackle those areas where we've been indecisive or hesitant. It's as if the universe is saying, enough procrastination. It's time to take action. The energy surrounding Mars in opposition is not about blindly charging ahead. It's about facing your fears head-on and choosing to take decisive action, despite any doubts or resistance that may arise. Mars calls us to confront those fears that have been lurking in the background, keeping us from fully stepping into our power. Have you been avoiding a decision? Is there an area of your life where fear is holding you back from taking the next step? Whether it's a career move, a relationship challenge, or a personal goal you've been hesitating to pursue, Mars in opposition demands that you stop making excuses and take action now. But here's the key. Mars in opposition is not about engaging in unnecessary conflict or acting recklessly. It's about recognizing that true growth comes from overcoming fear and pushing through obstacles with purpose. This energy asks you to face your inner battles, the emotional blockages that have kept you stuck. It's about finding your inner strength and using that to propel you forward. Imagine this opposition as a cosmic invitation to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. It's a test to see if you have the courage to act, even when things feel uncertain. When Mars asks us to confront our fears, it's not a sign to retreat. Instead, it's a call to move forward, with intention. What is it that has been holding you back? Where in your life do you need to take bold, decisive action? This week, the energy of Mars in opposition doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It pushes you to act, regardless of how prepared you feel. This is a powerful time for reflection, but also for action. If there's something you've been putting off or avoiding, this week offers the perfect cosmic window to tackle it head-on. Whether it's taking the first step toward a long-awaited goal, standing up for yourself in a situation that's been unresolved, or confronting your own doubts, Mars is urging you to act boldly, no matter the fear that may come with it. So ask yourself, what fears are you facing? Where in your life do you need to take bold action? The full moon and Mars opposition are working together to encourage you to step into your power, find your courage, and make decisions that will lead you toward growth and transformation. This is not a time for hesitation. It's time to move forward with purpose. As we move through February, a powerful cosmic alignment is taking shape, one that invites us to find the balance between two seemingly opposing forces: Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and pleasure, and Saturn, the planet of discipline, responsibility, and structure. These two celestial bodies are about to come together on February 18th, and their dance will shine a light on where we need to create harmony in our lives, particularly when it comes to love, relationships, and the way we manage our personal boundaries. It's a cosmic moment that will encourage us to reflect deeply on where we may have been too indulgent or too rigid, and where we need to find that sweet spot of balance. Venus and Saturn together create a fascinating contrast. Venus pulls us toward enjoyment, sensuality, and connection, while Saturn reminds us of the importance of discipline, hard work, and structure. When these two energies meet, there's a kind of tension that builds, a pressure to reconcile our desires with our responsibilities. Have you ever felt like you're constantly juggling between wanting to follow your heart, indulge in the pleasures of life, and yet knowing deep down that there's work to be done, or that you need to take a more serious approach in certain areas? This alignment is a call to look at the ways you've been living your life and ask, am I overindulging in the pleasures that life has to offer at the cost of my responsibilities? Or am I so focused on structure and achieving my goals that I've forgotten how to enjoy the simple pleasures? True harmony, as this alignment shows, doesn't come from avoiding these conflicts. It comes from embracing them, facing them head-on, and finding a way to balance the dance between discipline and pleasure. It's not about choosing one over the other. It's about integrating both into your life in a way that creates long-lasting fulfillment. We all have areas of our lives where we tend to lean more heavily on one energy. Maybe you're someone who loves to enjoy life and follow your impulses, but the sense of responsibility and structure can sometimes feel stifling. Or perhaps you've been so focused on your work, your goals, and your responsibilities that you've neglected to nurture your passions and enjoy life in a more free-spirited way. What this celestial dance between Venus and Saturn asks of you is simple yet profound. It's time to create equilibrium. You can have both the pleasure of Venus and the discipline of Saturn, but it requires conscious reflection and effort. You'll need to ask yourself some hard questions. Are your relationships thriving, or are they weighed down by unrealistic expectations or a lack of effort? Are you in tune with your own needs and desires, or have you been prioritizing responsibility so much that you've forgotten what it means to truly enjoy life? Think about your personal boundaries. Are they clear and healthy, or have they become too rigid or too lax? Saturn urges you to create boundaries that allow for structure and protection, while Venus encourages you to create spaces where love, joy, and connection can flourish. It's easy to swing from one extreme to the other, but this alignment asks you to find that middle ground, where you're not overwhelmed by duty, nor are you getting lost in the pursuit of pleasure without purpose. Practical reflection during this period can help you determine where in your life you may need to make adjustments. Look at your relationships. Are they in balance? Are you prioritizing the right things? For example, do you give your partner, friends, or family enough of your time and energy, or are you so caught up in your work and obligations that these connections suffer? Venus wants to remind you of the importance of love, warmth, and connection, while Saturn encourages you to be accountable and dependable in these areas. On the other hand, it's also a good moment to reflect on your own self-worth and how you're nurturing it. Have you been practicing self-love and making time for the things that make you feel alive? Or have you been so focused on being productive that you've forgotten how to pamper and take care of yourself? Venus is here to encourage you to love yourself freely, while Saturn helps you set the boundaries necessary for preserving that self-love in a way that's realistic and sustainable. But the most important question Venus and Saturn's dance asks is, where are you struggling to find balance between love and discipline in your life? Take a moment to think about it. Is it in your relationships, your career, or your personal growth? This alignment is the perfect opportunity to assess where you need to recalibrate. It's not about making drastic changes. It's about small, intentional steps that allow you to live in greater harmony with both the pleasures of life and the responsibilities that ground you. I encourage you to take a few moments this week to reflect on these questions.